Hi! Happy day, everyone. How are you? So it is 62 degrees out in New York, and I actually haven't left my apartment yet. I leisurely did yoga, which I love when I'm just leisurely doing yoga and listening to podcasts. And then I'm gonna head outside after today's daily affirmation conversation. But it's 62 degrees in New York, and I'm from Minneapolis, and I keep the weather on my weather app, Minneapolis as well, and it's 5 degrees. It's 5 degrees in Minneapolis. So I just want to say that global warming is a thing, and it's scary, but I'm actually really excited that it's warm out. And I anticipated this, and I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I got food for my summer smoothie bowl that I do often in the warm months. I was like, okay, it's gonna be like 60. I totally need a smoothie bowl. So I'm very excited about that. It's spinach and organic wild blueberries and avocado, coconut water, fresh ginger, one date, and then I add like hemp seeds and chia seeds and flax seeds and some other little goodies, but collagen peptides if I have some, and I'm out right now. But so anyway, I'm very excited about that. So that's my plan, and then I'm gonna go enjoy the warm weather like New York City person should today, is because it's 62 degrees. So anyway, happy January 11th. Hope you guys are feeling good about the new year and just ready to embrace all the possibilities and everything that is yet to come with open eyes and open heart. So here we go. You guys ready for today's affirmation? Okay. All right. So that was yesterday's. Okay. Saturday, January 11th, 2020. I allow my children and those under my care to have their own unique individuality. It is all right if they have interests that are different from mine. I allow my children and those under my care to have their own unique individuality. It is all right if they have interests that are different from mine. So first of all, I just want to say that I don't have children. But hi, April. But I feel like this can apply to not only ourselves, but to our friends and our parents and our family members. But I do just want to, I think, touch on those and acknowledge those parents, people who do have children, and how what an honor, it must be to be able to raise someone and you have no idea how they're going to turn out. And I think that there are so many people and parents out there who really hold on so tight and wanting their children to have the same interests and similarities as they do, because that feels very safe to them. But I have so many friends who are parents, who are such excellent parents, and who just really love and support their children and are so excited to get to know them and how they grow and evolve. And hi, Hinda. And I think that is just so beautiful. So we're talking about today's affirmation in terms of allowing our children and those under our care to have their own unique individuality, and just touching upon having children and seeing my friends who have children and how they're awesome parents and really just approaching parenting with such a allowing perspective is really beautiful. But I'd love to expand on this idea that I actually want to touch upon ourselves and allowing ourselves to be our own unique individuals. And then the second sentence is, it is all right if they have interests that are different from mine. So we're just going to, hold on to that for a second. But I think that many of us, and maybe as we get older, I think it kind of depends on the person and the personality, but I think it's always so fresh and beautiful when you see someone who is comfortable in their own skin and feeling confident to express their individuality, no matter if they feel that they're going to fit in or not. And I think that is harder when you're younger, when you're a teenager, maybe in your 20s, and maybe it's hard for, people as, when we're older as well. But I think that, if we think about just reflecting on who we are and what unique parts of our individuality make us who we are, and that's why people are loving us and want to be friends with us, and thinking about like, what are some parts of your personality that are so unique, individual and different from your family members or your friends or your community, and how you really being who you are and staying, true to your voice and your truth, how that really just like adds to the uniqueness of being a human being and being a part of our circle of friends and our coworkers and our community. I think that can be such a interesting thing. And I do just want to acknowledge that there are some people who do feel maybe insecure about being themselves. And I encourage you to, if there are parts of you that you feel that, maybe some things are better kept private, and that's fine. And I totally support that. But I think just being your true authentic self and sharing your individuality just can bring so much color and an insight into just interacting with other people and relationships. I think that, when people stand out and are themselves, it really allows other people to, I think, take that step and be brave and courageous as well. So I encourage you to do that. And I also just want to look at this, the affirmation again. So I allow my children and those under my care to have their own unique individuality. It is all right if they have interests that are different from mine. So we touched upon kids and then talking about ourselves, but I want to expand this to, our family members and our friends, maybe more family members, because friends, we generally choose our friends, and, maybe there's some people we've been friends with forever. And then when we grow up and they have different, opinions than us, and it's different than how we knew them, that might be a unique shift in some sort of conversations that we may or may not choose to have with our friends. But in terms of family members, I think that I really always admire my friends who have family members that have very different, for example, like political leanings, and I truly admire. I don't have that in my life. My family's my close knit family is we share a lot of the same values and opinions, and so I really am. That's my family reality that I'm just like so grateful for, just in so many ways. But again, when I see my friends who have family members who are different in their political leanings, for example, that is something, and they have patience and they spend time with them and they learn to understand where it's appropriate or not to have conversations that is huge. And so I think that is a really wondrous thing to allow family members who, and maybe it's not political, it could be anything, but just allowing people to be who they are and really embracing that and learning from that, I think is really, can be really challenging for some people, because it does feel more comfortable and safe when we're around people that are just like us. And I certainly put myself around people who are of similar interests and similar energies. But I think that it's also really healthy to be in situations where we challenge ourselves. And I think that, and also learn to have really healthy, calm conversations with people who might be coming from a different place or a different background. But again, just thinking about individuality, and I really encourage you to think about like how you express yourself and what makes you unique and individual, and those around you, how you can really embrace and just like applaud people's individuality and their creativity and how they're standing up for who they are. Hi, Raisinwood. And I think that if we're all surrounded by the same kinds of personalities and people, it's so funny. It's like, subcultures kind of gravitate towards each other. And even though they're like alternative to the norm, then, it's kind of like the unique, flamboyant individual like gravitates towards the unique flamboyant individual, which is so funny. Like humans are so funny. But again, it's that kind of like, being comfortable and wanting to relate to people. And I love that. But I think that I just, I've certainly been someone who has wanted to stand out and felt absolutely comfortable expressing who I am, starting when I was younger, in terms of like how I dressed and the music that I listened to, and not wanting to conform. And that just came more easily and naturally to me. Just acknowledging that we're all coming to and learning about ourselves at different paces and different times in our lives as we continue to grow and evolve, and just honoring our unique individuality and those around us, I think can really only be a positive thing, as we really are all here. Today, you guys are here with me live and going to be watching the replay. I've just been saying this every day. You're choosing to spend time exploring affirmations and exploring how to reflect on how we can evolve and grow and feel good about ourselves and our lives and be better people and really kind of like make positive changes. So I just like really encourage you to continue to experiment and express and like connect with your own individuality. And also, if there's a family member or a friend or someone in your community that you really admire who is just like this standout person who's really taking a stand for what they believe in, or just like really, pushing boundaries or expressing themselves, like I think today is the day to send them a text or send them a message or give them a call, write them a postcard and just say thank you so much for being you, because you are taking a stance and honoring yourself and what you believe in, and that takes a lot of courage, and I'm inspired by you. I think that that could be a really fun exercise for today or sometime in the next few days to just show love and support to those in our community who are, being themselves and validating that. Whether we agree with it or not, it does take courage to be an individual and be yourself. So yay, everyone. I kind of went off a little bit on this, but that's what's going to happen. Just taking these affirmations and just kind of taking a different spin. So we're just going to look at it one more time and take a screenshot of it, or you can say it in your mind with me, or say it out loud with me. So I'm going to say it one more time. I allow my children and those under my care to have their own unique individuality. It is all right if they have interests that are different from mine. I love it. So today, go out and do something that expresses your individuality. And I think maybe find someone in your community or a friend or a family member, whether you are like, fully in alignment with how they're expressing themselves, but we just gotta applaud people for being themselves and just for putting themselves out there, because not all of us feel so comfortable. So again, that's really just acknowledging and embracing that the more we all feel comfortable and feel good and just expressing ourselves and sharing our own voice and being who we are and being someone who really is trying to be non-judgmental and open your heart and embrace that and support people, that we can slowly just make ourselves and the world a better place and just lift each other up. So have a great day, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Now it's 62 degrees out in New York City and it's 5 degrees in Minneapolis. So I'm going to go outside. I'm going to have my smoothie that I prepared for the warm weather, and then I'm going to go outside, and I'm excited. And I will see you tomorrow, Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Monday and Tuesday. This is going to be hard for me to wait the whole day for an affirmation, but I made the decision to go live in the evening to experience that and allow people who might be unavailable during the day. So we're going to go live, or I'm going to go live with you guys on Monday, January 13th and Tuesday, January 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's 6 p.m. Central and 4 p.m. Pacific. So enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you soon. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.